right, so today we are going to add to the graphics programs we started talking about last class. And we're going to learn how to interact with these programs using our mouse. So before we talk about that, let's discuss what kinds of games do you all enjoy playing, if any? Like, what kinds of computer games do you play? No one play any games? First-person shooters, all right. Strategy games, all right, fun. Roguelike games, I like those. Sports games, for sure. So we see a fairly broad breadth of different kinds of games. Role-playing games, absolutely. Card games, yep. So we play all kinds of different games on our computers. What kinds of input do we use to interact with these games? Mouse and keyboard, sure. What other control schemes can we use? We could use a controller. What if I'm playing a game on my my iPad or phone? How am I interfacing then?
Touch screen.
The touch screen. So we can do all kinds of different interfaces, different methods of input for these different games that we play. Steering wheel or DK bongos, sure. Those are valid controllers in different games. So there's a whole bunch of different ways. Sorry, someone saying something? Or someone just unmuted. I think someone might be.
It's in the game.
Sam, I think you're unmuted.
Or it's in the game.
Start typing.
I don't know how to do that manually from here. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So today we are going to add the ability for our programs to read mouse input. And we're going to do this via mouse events in our programs. Mouse events take place whenever the user does anything with their mouse in our program, in the area of our canvas, such as moving around or clicking. So what we're going to do today is we're going to let our programs respond to mouse clicks. And to do that, we need something called a callback function. Callback functions are functions that get called by our program in response to something happening. What we're going to do is we're going to create a callback function, and we're going to make it so that function is called anytime we click the mouse. So here's what that's going to look like. I am going to define my onClick function so that when I click, this will be called, and this function is automatically going to receive the X, Y coordinate where the user clicked. So we're going to put any code we want to run when the mouse is clicked into here. I need to have it indented by 1 tab. And then to make this actually happen when the user clicks, we're going to put this line of code, add mouse click handler with the name of our function. So like I said, that's the XY coordinate. This function binds that callback function to the appropriate action. Our mouse click, we're going to add the name of that callback function that we want to run. So here's an example of what that looks like. I have my on click with my XY coordinate. I'm going to create a circle with radius 20. I'm going to set its position to the coordinates of the click and add it to my screen. So to get an idea of what this looks like, here's that same exact code. If I run this code, I can click on my screen and it will add a circle wherever I click. Now, there are currently, all of the circles are black. I have provided for you on VCHS.net a very large chunk of code that will let you randomly select the color that you want your dots to be. So in this program, I have the code that I've given you, as well as a little bit extra, so that whenever I click, I get a randomly colored and randomly sized dot on my canvas, which is pretty fun, I think. So if you'd like to take that code that is on VCHS.net, there's instructions in the text file that's there. You should be able to just copy and paste it and use the random color function to choose a random color for your shapes.